Yan, mag-i-start na tayo. So siguro bago tayo mag-start, so meron lang tayong mga house rules. Okay lang ba? No, habang yung iba tinatawag niyo po, no? Tinatawag niyo na. Dahil yung speaker natin nandito na po. So simple reminders lang po, no? Sit up straight. So iwasan natin na nakahiga po, no, sa sofa, sa bed nyo. Tapos yung gadget po natin, make sure na full charge. Siguro yung power bank, itabi nyo na po sa inyo. Yung mic po natin, paki-mute na po kasi baka habang nagsasalita ang ating speaker ma-interrupt, alam nyo pa, matigil-tigil po, no? Paki-check na lang po. Tapos yung camera, importante po na bukas para nakikita tayo ng speaker, no? Para lalo po siyang ma-excite, no? Habang nakikita niya tayo nakikinig po, no? Okay lang ho ba? Tapos yung papel, tsaka yung ballpen, nasa tabi nyo na. Kasi may mga sasabihin na gusto nyo take note, no? Mamaya may question po kayo. Yan po. No, yan lang po yung simple reminders. Okay po, salamat. So, bago natin ipakilala yung ating main speaker, pakilala muna ako. Name ko po, Elvis. Elvis Salvo from Mandaluyong po. At ako po ang host nyo ngayon. No? Wednesday na Wednesday, bless po tayong lahat. At yung mga kasamahan po natin, tawagin nyo na. No? Mag-i-start na po tayo. At ito po malaking tulong po, momentum ng grupo natin. Siyempre lahat tayo, no? Dahil September na, gusto natin mag-rank advance, di ba? So, okay, ready na po ang lahat? Mukhang marami na tayo. Nasa 50 na, padagdag pa ng padagdag. So, hindi ko na po patatagalin, no? Tawagin na natin yung ating main speaker po, no? Okay, ready? So sana lahat matapos niyo po ito, no? Ang dami nating learning na makukuha rito, no? So pakilala ko na po, registered nurse po siya. Former OFW from London. Premier Platinum Pay Center. Million Peso Achiever. Ba, mukhang marami to. Leadership Summit Qualifier. Lifestyle Incentive Trip Qualifier. Multiple top in rank awardee. Multiple trimester growth awardee. Saan ka pa? No? So guys, ang main speaker natin, consistent Philippine Top Ruby Director, Mentor, Mark Mendoza. Mentor, good morning po.
Good morning. Hello, hello.
Morning, Mentor. Malinaw ka, Mentor?
Yes, clear. Malinaw? All right,
Opo.
thank you. Okay. All right, sige, wait lang. Thank you, Sir Elvis. All right, for that warm introduction. Okay, I would like to greet everyone a wonderful morning to all. Gabi, and I would like to thank si Coach Nixie, right, Fabros, for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to share to you guys. Basically, today I'm tasked to share to you a bit of my story, and as I can see dito sa audience natin, I can see familiar faces. Okay, so good morning sa inyo, guys. All right, and also si Coach Nixie asked me to share to you guys some tips. Okay, what helped me, right? What helped us, right, in building our business, and what made us consistent. Okay, so these are some nuggets that I'm going to share to you guys for the next hour. All right, and I hope that this can give you value, right, and help you on your journey to your success in Sana. Okay, pero before we start, okay lang po ba malaman kung sino po dito sa webinar natin this morning ang bago lang dito sa business natin, para ma-welcome naman namin kayo, okay? Kung ikaw ay under 2 months, right? So wala ka pang 2 buwan dito sa business. Okay lang ba? I-type mo number 1. Okay? Para lang malaman natin. Okay lang? All right. Okay, so there's si RV. All right, welcome. Okay, who else? Si Miss Edna. Okay, good morning and welcome po sa team. Okay? And we have Judy Kate and Guillermo Chan. All right. Okay. Ang dami natin today, 59, di ba? So grabe, medyo kinakabahan ako. Right? And Michelle, all right? Welcome guys, no? Welcome sa sa team. Okay, I know there is a lot of ang tawag dito, excitement and anxiety as well pag bago ka dito sa business. Right? So excitement because alam mo 'yon, yung exciting part what you can get out of Usana. Okay? And also yung medyo anxious ka right now because ako nung bago ako, I don't know what to do talaga. And how long will it take, 'di ba, for me to be successful, ganyan, 'di ba? So, alam mo yan, it's very normal. And guys, welcome talaga. Okay, my encouragement to you is to keep on attending trainings, okay? So, yan, sino naman po dito yung first time ako maririnig mag-share? Okay, okay lang i-type mo number 2. Yan. Para meron akong idea, no? Okay. Yes, sila Miss Ed. Of course, yung mga bago nating members. Okay. Ayan. Alright. Grabe. 60 people, 60 attendees, 60 committed people that is really eager to learn, okay? And build this business, right? To take their life to the next level, 'di ba? So I welcome and congratulate all of you guys, okay, for making that decision. All right? So okay, let's get started. Okay? I'm very excited then this morning, and let me first guys introduce myself to you, no? And share to you basically how I got started, how Usana was introduced to me, and how I got started with this business. So for our new associates, as you can see, if you keep on attending trainings, it's very common that we start off with sharing stories, sharing our backgrounds, sharing how we were invited and why we joined. So I do really encourage all of you to really listen every single time, right? And take notes. Alam mo yun, okay, what is the importance of this? Because we want you to understand and to know who are the people, what are the different backgrounds that is involved in this business. Kasi kung may kakilala kang mga tao na ganun din yung profile, how they were invited and what is the reason they joined, diba? That may be the selling point for you when you talk to them, diba? So at least you'd have an idea paano sila approach. At the same time, you can, alam mo yun, maybe we have some similar situations in life. Maybe we have the same objections or same concerns, diba? That you can find the answer by listening to the stories, diba? So, and it's na sobrang nakaka-bless talaga every time we attend this kind of training. So guys, I encourage everyone, no, let me borrow your attention for a couple of minutes as I share my story and share to you some insights how we got to where we are right now in our business. Okay? And also, diba, sabi nga, wear that learner's hat. Diba? So I know we're all busy. I know there are things aside sa Usana that you are thinking of. Diba? Pero I'm here to ask you na kalimutan mo muna siya for a couple of minutes. Diba? Kasi sabi nga ng mentor ko before, if you are a full cup, kahit anong bagong learnings ang isalin natin sa iyo, it will just, alam mo, matatapon lang siya. So dapat palagi tayong empty cup. Okay, ready na ba kayo? Diba? Okay, sige, let's start. Let me share my screen. Okay, so ayan. All right. So for those na ngayon pa lang po ako marinig mag-share, right? Just to share to you a little background and how I got started with Usana. Okay? So my name is Mark Anthony Mendoza. I'm one of the executive Ruby directors ng Team Next Gen. Okay, dito sa business natin. Right? So tama po 'yan. My profile is I'm a registered nurse and I am a former OFW. Okay, so I used to work sa London po before, right? And I've been into the business for around 8 years na. I got started with Usana 2012, right? My wife, who is my sponsor, okay, medyo nauna siya sa akin, right? So she joined Usana prior to me joining, okay, during the time na hindi pa kami magnobyo at magnobya, di ba? So tip ko po para sa mga bago natin, okay, and also para sa mga medyo luma na, PPPS, di ba? Kasi my wife is really enjoying yung PPPS bonus right now. Okay, and you don't want to miss out on that, right? So kung bago ka, whatever it takes, di ba? Parang Avengers, i-hit mo yung PPPS na yan. And kung ikaw naman ay done now with that. Make sure that all the people that you're going to sponsor in this business are able to meet their premium platinum pace setter, because this is going to be for their future harvest. All right. So, okay, sharing to you my background and why did I join Jusana, right? So as I said, I'm a registered nurse. Okay, so just to share a bit to you guys, no, nursing is not really the profession that I was looking forward to. Okay, to have, right? Nung medyo I was choosing for a career. Okay, so the reason why I ended up with nursing is that nung time po namin, sobrang laki ng opportunity and demand for nurses to abroad. Okay, so I'm one of the people who took up the course because I just for the promise of greener pasture basically, 'di ba? So alam mo 'yon, working sa ibang bansa represents earning more money, 'di ba? So sa madaling salita, mukha po akong pera, 'di ba? So joke lang, right? So and I'm a very money-oriented person. Okay? So ito po ako before nung 2010. This was when Usana was introduced to me. Okay? Pero if you're gonna kung maalala mo, I said earlier 2012 po ako nag-join. Okay? So anong ibig sabihin? It took me 2 years, 'di ba, bago ako mag-member sa Usana. Alright? So let me share to you my story para ma-encourage po kayo yung mga bago natin. And also yung mga just started, alright, and medyo been into the business for a couple of months na. Okay, so the backstory is this. Me and Sarah, we were working in London that time, right? We were hindi pa kami magnobya that time, right? So what she did was she shared the product sa akin, yung Cell Essentials. She was very eager and excited about it. Okay? So alam mo 'yon, now nung shinare niya sa akin yung Usana, ang dating po sa akin, gusto niya akong bentahan. Tama? Okay, so alam mo 'yon, I have that impression na gusto lang ako pagkakitaan ni Sarah. Kasi kilala ko siya eh. She's very kumbaga masigasig talagang magtrabaho yan. Wants to earn extra, parang ganyan. Okay, so what happened was I was a product of basically a wrong approach. So why is it wrong approach? Why is offering the product wrong approach? Diba? Because it's not applicable for everyone. Diba? So whenever I train, I always share to people na you have to do your homework before you approach or you invite a particular person. Understand first what they're interested in. Diba? Kasi ako, I'm not really interested in the products that time. I'm not really health conscious nung panahon na yon. Diba? So medyo ma-pride din ako. I'm not really looking for any form of business because riding high ako sa career ko nung time na yon. So it was basically wrong timing when Sarah approached me, or maybe, diba, it's the manner of how she approached me. So guys, take note whenever you invite people, diba, make sure that you do your homework. Okay, huwag masyadong excited na business, huwag masyadong excited na part-time, or products agad, ganyan, di ba? Kasi maybe yung prospect mo is not looking for a business right now, okay? If that will be your pitch, okay? So what happened was, that time, I turned her down without even listening sa presentation sa opportunity. I did not even buy the products, okay? Because nga, I have this a wrong impression about what she is doing. And I have an idea that it could be some sort of network marketing. Baka mamaya recruitin lang din ako nito. I'm not really into that. Diba? So, yun yung story that time. Imagine that's 2010. Tama? So, here's my encouragement para sa mga bago. Okay, sa Usana. Right? Whenever you invite people and they say no, okay, don't take it personally. No doesn't mean no. It means not now. Tama? Just imagine, I was so negative 2010 pero still joined Sarah 2012. Diba? And right now, I'm an executive. My account is an executive Ruby director. She's getting a matching bonus out of that. Diba? So yung super negative na prospect mo, super negative na family member mo or friend mo, possibly, ma-invite mo pa din yan at mag-join pa din yan sa'yo. You just have to keep the relationship. Huwag mo lang awayin. Okay? So ang tip ko dyan, you do the business with posture. You do the business with conviction and commitment. Okay? Because that's what attracted me to what Sarah was doing. Diba? So yan po si Sarah, yung nasa photo sa screen, yung nasa left lower corner, the only girl dyan, diba? So sabi ko nga sa kanya, ang approach mo sa akin, binibentahan mo ako ng products, pero mukha ka pang ma-stress sa akin ng time na yun. Paano ako bibili sa'yo? Diba? Sama ko, no? Right? So, yan. Basically, right, that is what happened. Now, Sarah left our work 2011, okay, to pursue Usana business. Okay, why? Because yung high school best friend niya na nag-invite sa kanya sa Usana, right, which is Ma'am Diane de la Peña de Guzman, none other than the wife of Mentor Clark de Guzman, our youngest $1 million club member ng Usana Philippines, right? she was already doing well dito sa Usana, and na-witness talaga yun ni Sarah. Okay? And she said, and she was a bank teller, Mentor Clark was a CPA. Okay, so Sarah said na kaya ko din gawin yun, di ba? I was able to see the products and the business, so kaya ko din. Now, when she made that decision, di ba, I was puzzled kasi hindi ko naman naintindihan basically how the business works. Okay, so cut the long story short, from that day on, I got really curious. 2012, Sarah was doing Usana full-time, diba? So, that time, I met up with her sa Makati. Pinuntahan ko siya sa office ng Usana. Okay? And that is the promised day na napresentan ako. Tama? Okay, so anong point doon? Nag-join po ako after akong presentan. Okay? Why? Share ko po sa inyo mamaya. Okay? Pero what is the lesson from that story? Diba? Guys, right? Para sa mga bago, para sa mga luma, right? Whenever you are doing your prospecting and inviting, diba? Take note, right, that you're not convincing people, diba? You're not really converting them to join your business or buy the products, diba? What we are trying to do, the objective first, is to just set them up for the meeting, diba? Because hindi naman si Sarah yung nag-explain sa akin, and everyone na negative sa'yo sana to what you're doing is not really negative sa ginagawa mo because they understand it, diba? Negative sila kasi hindi nila naunawaan, diba? Take me for an example. Diba? Super nega ako noon. Pero nung na-present siya sa akin, nung naintindihan ko, nung umupo ako dun sa table sa presentation, diba? Everything made sense. Diba? And let me share to you guys what are the realizations I learned. Okay, and how I was able to align it, right? And made the decision to work out and to join Usana and build the business. Okay? And how kasi malaking part ito why we were what do you call this, consistent. Okay, why we became consistent rather, okay, dito sa sa negosyo natin, right? Because it's very important for people to understand first why we need to do the business. Okay, so ako noon, I was able to align it with my purpose as well of working abroad, diba? So alam mo yun, everyone naman, okay, I'm sure most of you have seen this computation, diba? So if not, diba, make your own computation, right? Because I always share this. Why? Because numbers don't lie. Diba? You can make your own computation of the things that you want in life, and alam mo yun, find out how much it costs. Okay? And taking Usana out of the picture, diba? Compute for how long it will take you to save for that and be able to buy that lifestyle. Diba? Kasi at the end of the day, whether you agree with me or not, the reason why you took up your course, the reason why you are where you are right now sa profession mo, diba? It's because we want to earn more so we can provide quality life for our family. Diba? Anong ibig sabihin? Kaya ka nag-aaral ng college kasi pag hindi ka nakapagtapos ng college, pag nagtrabaho ka, you're not gonna land a better paying job. Tama? The reason why nagsumikap tayo right now sa work natin, ginagalingan natin, diba? We aspire to be promoted. It's not really for the responsibility or for the title. One of the main reason there talaga at first is yung option that it can give once na nag-increase yung salary natin, 'di ba? And that option is for our family, 'di ba? So, alam mo, why am I talking about this? Because a lot of people gets lost, 'di ba, sa prestige ng profession nila. Tama? Ako, I was very inspired when I listened to Doc Edu before. He said na double PhD ako, pero hindi ko pwedeng ipakita yung PhD certificate na yan sa ospital, nung ospital yung nanay ko. 'Di ba? No, it requires money. Tama? So, alam mo yun, what matters most is what you can provide for your family. Okay? And I was really na super nakarelate ako because nung time na na-explain sa akin yung Usana, 'di ba? Na-realize ko ayoko naman talagang mag-work na malayo sa family ko. Tama? Pero I had to make that sacrifice because, 'di ba? That is what is required for me to earn that salary abroad, 'di ba? And the reality is for me to earn and maintain that kind of salary, 'di ba? Kailangan nandun ako. Tama? So when Usana was explained to me, that is when I learned about the difference of active and passive income. Okay? So guys, para sa mga bago and also para sa mga tenured na associates natin, this is crucial part of the business for you to understand, okay? Ano ba talaga yung difference ng active and passive income? Okay? Why? Because most of us are exerting, alam mo yan, commitment, effort, alam mo yan, dedication and all to what we're doing right now, maybe your work or your own business, 'di ba? And yet fail to bring out that same commitment, that same dedication sa Usana business niya. Okay? I don't believe na because hindi nila kaya, it's just because they don't understand the difference of the result that you can get out of this. Okay? So imagine when we talk about active income, this is what it means, right? To cut it short, no work, no pay. Your income relies on your capacity to give or render service to your employer. Tama? And if you're doing business yourself, 'di ba? Pwedeng active income ka pa din pag self-employed ka. Meaning to say, your business requires your time, requires your effort, 'di ba? So, alam mo 'yon. Now, what I learned in Usana when this was explained sa akin is the difference. Dito, you can get passive income. And I don't know anything about passive income before. 'Di ba? I mean, meron akong kumbaga hindi ko alam na ganun pala 'yon, 'di ba? So, okay guys, no, let me explain to you, right? And I want you to understand the nature of our business, okay? Because a lot of people in our opportunity, in our business, okay, quit too soon. 'Di ba? Why? Okay? Kasi hindi nila naiintindihan yung nature ng negosyo natin, yung nature of how you will exert effort and how you will earn in this business. Tama? So tignan mo ha, sobrang sanay kasi tayo sa immediate gratification. Why? Because all of us, or if not all of us, most of us are trained and have that mindset, okay, of active income. So active income kasi ganito, you exert an effort for 15 days, you get salary after 15 days. Or you exert an effort for 15 or for 30 days, you get a salary for 30 days. Pag delayed yung sahod mo, there's something wrong. Pag hindi ka sumahod ng 2 months, there's something wrong. Tama? Okay, mag-iisip ka na, baka lilipat na ako ng work. Tama? That's how we were programmed, right? That's how we were trained because we are trained employees. Tama? Okay, now, when you talk about Usana is a business. Okay? And the nature of this business is this, passive income siya. There is a stage where you're going to build this, and that building stage, right, is what you need to do is invest and exert a lot of effort, and at times, yung income mo hindi yan equal. Minsan, wala pa. And madaming hindi nakakasabay or hindi nakakaintindi diyan sa nature niyan. So what happens is this, hinataw yung Usana for 1 week, walang income, ay ayaw na, hindi siya para sa akin. Tama? Okay? 2 months, walang income, di ba? Ay ayaw na, hindi siya para sa akin. Di ba? 6 months, hindi pa mayaman, ay hindi para sa akin ng Usana. Di ba? Why? Kasi nga sa work, sanay tayo kung ano yung exert mong effort, yun yung salary, yun yung income. Tama? Pero in Usana, it's delayed gratification. The nature is this, okay? You have to exert effort at first. You may earn income right away or you may not. Even if you did not earn income right away or you earn a little, that is okay. I want you to remember that. Keep on going, keep on building your business. Okay? That's what happened. That's what I understood. Okay? And this is the reason why I joined Usana. Okay? Because habang tumatagal, kumukonti yung effort mo as long as you're consistent. Okay? And yung income mo lumalaki to a certain point na kahit wala ka nang ginagawa, super laki ng income mo. Tama? And that is called passive income. And what most people does not understand is hindi dadating doon sa sa taas na malaki yung income tapos halos wala ng effort. Hindi mo uunahin i-build yung nasa baba. Yung nasa baba is malaki yung effort muna and then super liit muna ng incomes at first. Okay? Pero guys, with the opportunity that we have right now, with the leverage that we have, with the setup that we have online, 'di ba? It's never been more easier to earn money sa Usana. Okay? It has never been this easy, 'di ba? Compared to before when we started. Okay? So, this is one of the factors why I joined. Why I pursued the business. Okay? Why? Because one thing I realized, no matter, okay, how big the salary you're getting, no matter how high the position you're gonna hit dyan sa work or sa company mo, as long as the company does not belong to you, right? That's active income, right? Hindi mo pwedeng ipamana din yan sa family mo. You're gonna work until you die. Diba? You're gonna work until you need that income, and we need that income lifetime. Make sense ba yun? Diba? So, look at this, right? I'm very sure a lot of you are familiar with Robert Kiyosaki and his book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. For the new ones, if you're not familiar, you can research this book and please read this, right? He explained there the 4 ways to produce income. Okay, so he has that 4-quadrant ESBI. E and S stands for employed and self-employed. This is where active income lands. Diba? So check this out. All right? And then B and investment is where passive income, okay, is being where you can get it, and this is on the right side. Okay? So check this out. There is a direct correlation on this. Okay, tignan mo ha. 5% of the wealth, not just of the Philippines, but of the whole world, circulates around to 95% of the population. Sino yun? Diba? These are the people who's employed and self-employed. Okay, you can do your own research about this, diba? Check this out. 95% of the wealth of the whole world circulates at the 5% of the population. Sino po yung 5% ng population? These are the people who's heavily invested, diba, sa sa business and investments, right? Heavily involved, right? So check this out, okay? Which lifestyle would we want? Which lifestyle do you think yung family natin deserve yan? Diba, no? So ako po, I land doon sa self-employed kahit na-abroad pa yung trabaho ko before. Kasi the reality, hindi po ako mayaman sa London. Tama, ang mayaman po doon, mga negosyante pa din. Tama ba? Okay, so alam mo yun. And this one, right? This is not one of the main reason kung bakit pinursu ko po yung Yusana business. Okay, so this may not be accurate because the retirement age dito sa atin is around 67 years old. Tama? Pero this has a lot of wisdom and sense. Check this out, right? First 20 years of our life, we use that to establish ourselves, to prepare ourselves for economic years. So that is our education, etc. Tama? At the age of 21, supposedly you're working. That starts of your economic years. And let's say until 50, you're gonna retire because at 50, you're able to reach your financial goals. You're financially established. Tama? Okay? So check mo yan. Best 30 years of your life, di ba? Saan siya napunta? Di ba? Napunta siya sa employment. Tama? So, I have nothing against that. Okay? Pero, if you're gonna compute per day kasi, diba? And this is what I did, diba? If you're gonna compute per day, okay, yung hours per day for that 30 years, check mo 8 to 10 hours of work, 1 to 2 hours additional for preparation and travel time, 1 hour another pabalik, so that's a good 13 hours. You sleep for 6 hours, so that's 19 hours. Why do I account that sleep na 6 hours para sa trabaho? Because if you're not gonna work tomorrow, hindi ka naman matutulog ng maaga. Di ba? Magpupuyat ka. Di ba? So imagine doing that cycle over and over again. Di ba? For the next 30 years. Right? 24 hours, less than 19 hours is only 5 hours. 5 hours that is left for you and your family. And doon ako nag-ponder talaga. Diba? Sabi ko, gusto ko bang ganito yung setup na sa 5 hours na yan, pagkakasyahin ko yung anak ko, yung asawa ko, yung parents ko, yung friends ko, and the things that I want to pursue in life. Or would I want, okay, to retire young, diba? Have that capacity to be able to provide the lifestyle that I want for my family. Okay, pero hindi ako aabot ng 50. Diba? I want to achieve that for the next 5 to 10 years. Okay? And how do I do that? Can I do that? Can I get that from my work? The answer is no. And when Yusana was explained sa akin, diba, it was very clear. If you build the Yusana business right, diba, it's gonna pay you, diba, passive income. Diba? So, yun siya. Now, this may be funny, no? Okay, pero again, this has a lot of wisdom, right? Work, sabi dyan, the work-life scam. Gabi, no? Scam daw talaga. Okay, retirement age is 67. Life expectancy is at 78. So, let's say you're able to retire at 67. Okay, you're gonna live for only 11 years, right? Only to realize that we spent 50 years, di ba? And then live 11 years. Grabe ba yun? Di ba? So, ito yung mga realizations ko when Yusana was explained sa akin. Okay, so as you can see, the reason why I joined is not really more on the products. The products is a bonus na super ganda, diba? Super effective, and it's the #1 product worldwide. Yusana is not gonna be that great of an opportunity if not of the products. Diba? Pero, the main reason why I joined and why I did the business, it's because of this. Diba? For me, this is the real product of Yusana. Okay? What you can get 5 years after. Okay? Sabi ni Tito Warren, tama? If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Gabi, no? Scary. Tama? Okay? So, alam mo yun, pero sabi nga, even if you deny it, diba? That's the reality. Correct? Okay? Now, gusto nyo ng good news? Right? Here's the best news you'll ever hear. One of the best news you'll ever hear, di ba? You already have that opportunity in your hand that can make you and earn you money while you're sleeping. Tama? And that is Yusana. Okay? Pero let me help you understand this first. You're not gonna earn money while you sleep muna ngayon with your Yusana business. There is a stage that you need to build this. Okay? And that stage is now. Alright? Kaya kailangan natin siyang hatawin. Kailangan natin siyang trabahuin. Okay? So, ayan siya. Sabi dyan, life is a matter of choice. Tama? Okay, agree? Diba? The choices we make today dictates the life we will have 5 years from now. Diba? The decisions you're gonna make today, those will dictate, okay, the situation or the kind of life you're gonna have 5 years from now. The situation you have right now, you're in right now, the life that you have right now, diba? Ang nag-dictate niyan is the decisions you made 3 years, 5 years, 8 years back. Okay? So check this out. 2010, we were OFWs. Tama? Okay, this is our photo 2018. Diba? Hindi na kami OFW. Tama? Nakabili na ng vitamins, nakaligo, at nakabili ng damit. Diba? So, alam mo yun, if I did not make a different decision, I'm not gonna get a different result. If 2010, diba, that was us, okay? If I did not pursue USANA, hanggang ngayon, nasa London pa din kami nag-work. Tama? Okay? I did not join 2010, but that was the situation. I joined 2012, and this is us. Right? And this 2018, this is our picture. Okay? So check this out. Sa picture, that's Mentor Clark. Right? And sa gitna, si Mentor Diane. Okay? His wife. Right? And the green, the girl that's wearing yung green, that's Sarah. Alright? My wife. And that's si Gold. Okay, nandyan sa picture si Coach Mary Gold Pantaleon, 'di ba? So si Gold is the cousin ni Mentor Diane, 'di ba? So imagine this, this is us 2012. I just got started. Sarah and the Gold barely got started then, 'di ba? So alam mo 'yun, after fast forward 6 years after, 'di ba? We made the decision 2012, right? And we got a different result 2018. Okay? So as it is always said in most training siguro, 'di ba? Sinasabi diyan, yung future mo is yung present ng tao na nauna sa career na ginagawa mo. Tama? So if you're not excited with your present within USANA yet, 'di ba? You need more trainings. You need to be more exposed to a lot of trainings, understand ano yung future mo na makukuha by learning the lifestyle, 'di ba? Na meron yung mga nauna sa'yo, okay, that they presently have. Alright? So, that was us. Okay? Now, we joined 2012, but of course, not everything was rainbows and lemons and what do you call this? And sunshines at first, diba? It took us 3 years to hit that goal director mark. Tama? So, what does it mean? Diba? Just imagine, okay, when we started, you're not gonna earn that big agad dito sa business natin. Okay? Have that realistic expectation. Diba? Most people kasi have unrealistic expectation. They want that 6-digit salary. They want that 6-digit passive income, diba? Right away without putting in the work. Tama? So, alam mo yun, it took us 3 years. For some, it will take only a couple of months or 1 or 2 years before they hit goal director. Mas mabilis ngayon para sa mga bago, di ba? Pero I still believe that depende pa rin yan sa learning curve mo, yung willingness mong matuto. Okay? So, in between from 2012 and 2015, there were a lot of challenges, a lot of learning stages, di ba? What do you call this? Character building season. Ganyan. A lot of things needed to be changed then para sa akin, 'di ba? Yung mindset ko, that's very crucial, 'di ba? So guys, okay, embrace that there is a process in this business. As mentor not always say, right? Yung tao na magpapayaman sa iyo dito sa USANA or kukuha ng pangarap mo is hindi ikaw. Tama? Kung hindi yung tao na magiging ikaw. Okay? So, understand that there has to be a change process, an improvement, 'di ba? Growth. Okay? So, I want you to recognize that. Okay? Because if not, you're going to run away from challenges or you're going to run away from uncomfortable situations. Diba? That's what I did. Kaya tumagal ako. Kaya before, alam mo yun, it took me 3 years bago maging goal director. Nung una, ayoko mag-prospecting. Nung una, ayoko umattend ng mga trainings. Diba? So, alam mo yun, nung naintindihan ko na you have to do what successful people did for you to get what successful people got. Tama? Okay? So, yung naintindihan ko yun, 'di ba? During that 3 years, mas naging mabilis yung yung progress of improvement, of change, 'di ba? Dati grabe, ayoko nag-i-invite, ayoko sinare-reject, mga ganyan. Ayoko nagre-retail, 'di ba? So, yun yung mga mga ayoko. Pero sabi nga, 'di ba? Keep on doing what you don't like if it is directing towards your goal. Diba? The reason kung bakit ayaw natin yan at mahirap yan for us is because hindi tayo sanay. Diba? So expose yourself long enough, masasanay ka din dyan kasi yung mga gusto mong gawin, yung mga bagay naman talaga na sanay kang gawin. Tama? Okay, so alam mo yun, the only way for us to get to be good at something, diba? Things are not going to get easier. Inviting is not gonna get easier. Building a business is not gonna get easier. Diba? You're only going to get better. Tama? Okay? The same process on how to invite people, it's the same. Diba? You're just gonna get better at it. Now, the only way for things to get easier is for you to get better. Does that make sense? Okay? And that will be your journey in USANA. So it's up to you kung gusto mo 3 years yan, mahaba, or pwedeng couple of months lang. Diba? Depende yan how you take on the challenge. Diba? So, how do you make it fast, 'di ba? Expose yourself more frequently, 'di ba? Okay, ito yung equation. If I'm doing yung sana 3 times a week, if I'm doing yung sana 5 times a week, and you're doing yung sana 3 times a week, 'di ba? Sino sa atin yung sa tingin mo mas magiging mabilis maging successful? Of course, the person that is putting in more time. Tama? Okay, so that is one key learning from here, di ba? That what you need to do, put in more time in building your sana business. Okay? We became executive after a year. Tama? Okay, so look at this. 2000, for those who does not understand, no, when you become a gold director, that's $1,000 every week for 4 consecutive weeks. An executive means you've done that for 13 consecutive weeks. Okay, so it took us another year before we lift our account to executive rank. So this is where things are more consistent na, 'di ba? So kung mapapansin mo, hindi another 3 years, just another year lang. Tama? Okay, so anong ibig sabihin? Yung natutunan ng first 3 years, 'di ba? Mas mabilis na yung susunod. Okay? And this is where things got very comfortable, 'di ba, for us. Okay? Kasi ito yung target ko talaga, to get that 6-digit income na nasa Pilipinas, 'di ba, without leaving my family. Okay? So, we were able to get a couple of travels with you sana, right? Bonus na lang 'yan. Okay? Ito, big deal sa akin to nung na-travel namin yung both mother namin ni Sarah sa Boracay, 'di ba? So never been kasi napunta diyan. Pero this is the best part of the business that gave me. This is the product that I went after for, 'di ba? Yung family, yung time. Just imagine kung I'm still an OFW, 'di ba? We're not gonna be able to be involved sa homeschooling ng anak ko. 'Di ba? I'm not gonna be able to see those milestones, spend those times with my kids, 'di ba? Have those pictures, create those memories. Tama? Kasi guys, money can be earned. 'Di ba? You can spend it, you can earn it back. But yung time, 'di ba? Yung time you cannot earn it back. 'Di ba? You can only spend it. So the question is, mamaya there's a powerful question I want to ask you later, 'di ba? So yung oras talaga. Okay? So life is good, right? Because of you sana, right? And after 3 years again from executive, after 3 years we become Ruby director. Okay? So I guess hindi naman ganun alam mo yun, kung reason lang kung bakit naging ganun katagal, one reason lang talaga is because of the comfort. Tama? So, alam mo yun, sabi nga, the enemy of your success is your past success. Tama? The enemy of success is your comfort zone. Diba? So, guys, you have to be always aiming for alam mo, higher goals. So, for example, you're finished with your PPPS. What's next? Go for that top apprentice. Go for that elite circle. If you're already hit that, di ba, go for gold directorship. Tama? So, we went Ruby 2019, that was last year. Okay? And we just finished our executive Ruby, di ba, this 2020. Tama? Okay, so, alam mo yun, such a blessing, di ba? Siyempre, team achievement din talaga yan. Okay, I will not be able to hit that if not for the awesome leaders that we have in our team, di ba? And I would like to also thank them, di ba? And acknowledge them, no? So, when we started, okay, this is what I want to share. 2012, okay, ito yung first year income ko. Di ba? So, kung makikita mo dyan, this is March 2020. I joined this is April 20, 2012, di ba? I joined March 1, di ba? So, hindi ako kumita kaagad. Tama? And the total income I got for the whole year is 138,000 pesos. Tama? My first whole year in sana. Diba? Type mo? Diba? Not bad, diba? I mean, if you're gonna do this, a part-time, diba? Part-time gig. Tama? Not bad na yan. Okay, imagine mo for one whole year, what can an extra 130,000 do for you and your family? Diba? So, hindi na siya masama. Okay? Pero, guys, one of the things that holds back associates dito sa business natin is having that small mindset. And isa na din ako doon. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin ng small mindset? Right? You sana can give you more income, okay? Only if you will goal for that more income. And only if you will aim for that for that bigger income. So, my point is this. If ang tingin mo dito is part-time, you want to get out of this a part-time 10,000, 20,000 pesos, 'di ba? Okay naman 'yun, right? Pero, 'di ba, might as well lakihan mo na 'yan. Tama? Okay, kasi you sana has that potential to give you more, right? So, after a couple of years of building the business, okay, fast forward moving to 2020, 'di ba? So, this is our income nung nag-start yung lockdown. 'Di ba? So imagine naman, that's from March 6 to May 1. 'Di ba? 2 months and 1 week. Okay? We're in the total of this, 930. 'Di ba? Pwede na. Tama, sobrang sulit na siya, 'di ba? I've never experienced earning that much nung nasa abroad ako, 'di ba? Tapos pagod pa sa trabaho. Okay? And this was from July 3, okay, first week ng July up until third week ng August 21. Okay? So, ang total earnings namin dyan is yan, diba, 1M. Right? So, bakit ko siya pinakita? Diba? Wala lang. Tama? Okay? It's very important, guys, kasi for people to understand what you can get out of your Usana business. Okay? Kailangan muna makita mo ano yung potential niya, ano yung pwede mo makuha dito. Because a lot of people are not really taking this business seriously. Diba? More than the skills that you need, it's more important the understanding, okay, for you. Right? Ano yung reason mo dito. Right? Sabi nga, look at this. Ito pang closing ko to always eh. Okay? Every time na magpe-present ako, pang closing ko po ito. Right? Ito yung tinatanong ko sa mga prospects. How do you plan to spend your next 46,000? Into something that is just an expense, right? You're just gonna spend it, or into something that generates passive income. Tama? Okay? Now, let me change this question a bit. Okay? Here it is. How do you plan to spend your next 5 years? Are you just going to spend it? Are you just going to let it, alam mo yun, na matapos? Or are you going to spend it building your Usana business that will generate you passive income? Tama? Okay? I want you to ask yourself that question always. Okay? So guys, before I end, I want to share to you a couple of things, okay, that helped me keep my head in the game, right? And talagang this made us really consistent. And I am sure that this is sobrang need talaga maintindihan ng madami. Okay? I learned this from Tony Robbins, right? RPM. Okay? So tatlo lang to. Okay? RPM, tandaan mo, madali lang siya. RPM, 'di ba? Parang sa sasakyan. Tama? Mas malakas yung RPM mo, mas malakas yung hatak, 'di ba? Mas mabilis kang tatakbo. Okay? So ready ka na? Take down notes, right? Number 1, results. Okay? So read with me, right? What results do you want for the next 5 years? Okay? Sometimes that is what is lacking. Actually, most of the time, 'di ba? Guys, we need to set, right? What you want to get out of this business. Sabi nga sa akin yan, ni Mentor Ina Bermejo before, 'di ba? How much would it make it worth for you? Worth your time, worth your puyat, worth your abala, worth na you will go out of your comfort zone. 'Di ba? Kasi most people ayaw mapuyat eh. Tama ba? Kasi pagod na sa work. So, what will it make it worth it? 'Di ba? So, alam mo yun, put that goal, okay, write that goal, set that goal, define that goal, make it very clear. What do you want to achieve for the next 5 years? 'Di ba? Isulat mo, okay? Gumawa ka ng dream board mo, right? Ng power board mo, right? Put a deadline on it. Set that 5 top goals. Ano ba yung 5 top goals na yan? Travel ba yan? Sasakyan ba yan? Bahay ba yan? Retirement ba yan para sa parents mo? 'Di ba? Whatever it is, isulat mo. Okay? Set the date because a goal without a date is just a wish. A goal without a deadline is a wish, and wish does not come true. 'Di ba? Goals do. Tama? Make sense? Right? Yung wish, para magkatotoo yan, kailangan mo ng genie. Walang genie sa totoong buhay. Tama? Okay? Yung goals, pag sinulat mo yan, may date, ang kailangan na lang yan, action mo. And yung action, meron yun, nasa kamay mo. Correct? So set those goals and make it exciting, 'di ba? Wag naman yung boring, 'di ba? Yung goal mo ang goal, 'di ba? Ito every time I ask yung mga associates ko, okay? Nagtatanong ako kung anong goal mo this week, 'di ba? Kasi doon pa lang na-assess ko na ano yung understanding nila sa business. Pag ang goal ko po, mentor, maka-attend pa ng mga 3 training, 5 training. That's not a goal, 'di ba? Goals are specific, goals are clear. It has deadlines. Tama? Okay, so write that down. Okay? And don't be too conservative. 'Di ba? Sometimes the problem is that we are too used sa result that we can get out of employment. That's why we set so conservative goals. 'Di ba? Imaginein mo, tignan mo, madaming ganitong associate, 'di ba? Majority of the time, ang goal nila sa sarili nila, $200. Weekly, 'di ba? Bakit? Tama? Kasi yun yung default mindset, 'di ba? Yun yung sa employment 40,000 per month eh. If you go beyond that, 60 plus, 'di ba? Malaki na yun, 'di ba? Pang mga higher positions na yun. You're not gonna get that in a couple of weeks. Tama ba? Okay? So, look at this. How big we think determines the size of our accomplishments. Does that make sense? Let that sink in. How big we think determines the size of our accomplishments. Right? So, what I want you to do is write down those top 5 goals. Be specific and clear on that. And do not be conservative. Make it exciting. Tama? Remember this, right? How big you think, okay, will determine the size of your accomplishment. Tama? Kung halimbawa, ang goal mo for the next 5 years, isang motor, di ba? Di ba? That one you will achieve. Yun lang, achieve mo. Pero ang goal mo, di ba, isang daang motor for the next 5 years. Tama? Right? So, you will achieve bigger accomplishments. Tama? Make sense? Right? So, number 1 is result. This is very crucial. Okay? And a lot of associates, a lot of people, in fact, not just in Yusana, but in life, di ba? They don't have a clear definition of the life that they want. Tama? So let's start for your next 5 years. Right? Like that, 5 top goals. Okay? So, alright, for you yan. Okay, next. Ready ka na? Diba? Okay, sabi dyan, aim high and miss rather than aim low and hit. Okay? So guys, do not be afraid to fail. Do not be afraid na magkamali. 'Di ba? Meron ako sinagutan before. Kasi ito personal learnings ko. Okay, what would you tell to your what advice would you give to your younger self? 'Di ba? Yun yung question. Ang sagot ko, fail faster. 'Di ba? Because I'm too afraid to fail. Okay, before I don't want to set higher goals because ang hirap eh. So palagi na lang ako nagfe-fail, nakakahiya na lang, 'di ba? I fell down, 'di ba? No. Tama? This is what I always explain sa mga teammates ko, sa mga associates ko, right? Okay? So I'm not saying na ganito gawin mo, pero just get the wisdom or the point out of what I'm going to say, right? I have an associate setting a goal $100 versus one na nagpapag-goal set. Sabi ko sa kanya, mag-set ka ng $1,000. Di ba? Yun yung i-goal mo. Tama? So check this out. I would rather have you set $1,000 na goal sa isang linggo and fail. Pero yung failure mo will land you sa $200, sa $300, or $500. Then have you set a $100 goal and then succeed on it. Tama? There's bigger growth in failure if you aim for bigger goals. Does that make sense? And your goal is to grow, 'di ba? To grow to that person, 'di ba? Doon na worthy nung success na hinahabol natin. Okay? Ulitin ko ha. Right? I'd rather have you fail, right, on bigger goals, right, than be successful in hitting your goals pero sobrang liit. There is more growth in failing sa bigger goals kaysa succeeding sa small goals. Okay? Make sense? Right? So, do not be afraid na magkamali. Okay? Sa school lang yung bawal magkamali. Sa'yo sana, pag nagkakamali ka, mas madami kang matututunan. Right? Yung iba kasi na-down, they have a big victim mindset. Pag hindi na hit yung goal, pag nagkamali, di ba? Ay, tama, di ba? I feel sorry for myself. Diba? That's not how it works. Pag nagkamali ka, pag nag-fail ka, pag nabitin ka, okay, ang next step dyan, doon masusukat mo, kung $1,000, nag-fail ka, pumalo ka lang ng 200. Sukat mo na ngayon yung difference ng activities mo at kailangan mo pang i-adjust. So what you do next is you adjust. Diba, no? Most people, including me kasi, okay, that's how it worked before eh. Ayoko talagang magkamali because I'm afraid to admit yung na kulang yung trabaho ko, na hindi ako consistent, na medyo tamad akong attend ng training, di ba? So, aim high and miss rather than aim low and hit. Okay? Are you guys learning? Okay? So, I hope meron kayong mga natututunan dito sa sinishare ko sa inyo, right? Next, okay, number 1 is result. Number 2, right? What's number 2? P, purpose. RPM. R, result, P, purpose. Okay, so what do you mean by purpose, right? What does that goal mean to you? Yung sinet mo na goal, yung 5 major goals na yon, what does it mean for you? Tama? They must be important. Okay? In making those goals, kailangan importante yan at saka personal yan sa'yo. Okay? Because, in order for a person to move, okay, merong super required dyan. Ano yun? Kailangan ng drive. Diba? If a person does not have that drive, right, to achieve something, hindi yan gagalaw. Tama? And where does that drive nag-uugat? Okay? Yung dedication na yan, saan yan nag-uugat? Dun sa purpose. Diba? Ano yung purpose ng goal na kinukuha mo? Tama? So, tingnan mo madami sa'yo sana, madami sa team natin, ganito. Diba? Ang tagal-tagal na nag-run ng easy, pero hindi pa din nakukuha. Bakit? Kasi yung purpose ng easy sa kanila, hindi clear. Diba? And they're not even excited sa easy income. Diba? May downline ako ganyan diba? Sabi ko, alam mo ang problema, baka nag-usap kami, so I'm paraphrasing, diba? Bro, alam mo, I feel ko bakit hindi mo nakukuha yung easy na yan. Kasi I think hindi ka excited dyan. I don't think you're excited sa 40,000 per month. Tama? I think ang excited ka sa goal director, 200,000 per month. Diba? So doon ka excited. And then nag-isip siya, sama ka, alam mo, Sir Mark, tama ka. Diba? So from there on, sabi ko sa kanya, pero you're not gonna get to goal director unless you're going to hit that easy program. Diba? So from there on, diba, naging clear na yung purpose kung bakit kailangan niyang i-hit yung easy. Tama? Okay. Now, yung goals mo na yon na 5, pag hindi clear yung purpose niyan, okay, unang-una, hindi ka magsasakripisyo. Tama ba? Diba? Pangalawa, diba, hindi lalabas yung potential mo. You're not gonna go out of your comfort zone. You're not gonna be consistent. Diba? Most people wants to be consistent, pero failing to understand that consistency requires commitment. Tama? And saan nag-uugat yung commitment? Diba? The clarity of purpose. Correct? So, question, you have a goal, right? Pero is it clear to you para saan yan? Baka nga clear sa'yo, pero hindi masyadong importante na okay lang wala. Nag-gets mo yung point ko? Diba? Halimbawa, ang goal mo, mag-qualify sa travel incentive ng USANA. Diba? Pero sa totoong buhay, okay lang naman, hindi mag-travel incentive. Diba? Kung katulad ko na hindi mahilig mag-travel, di ba? Hindi mo yan may hit. And that is one of my problem before. Okay? Our first travel was leadership incentive sa Maldives, right? For the longest time, I was not aiming for any travel incentive. You know when did it change, right? When Sarah asked me, okay, sabi niya sa akin, Tol, kasi tawagan namin di ba? Sabi niya sa akin, Tol, kailan mo ako bibigyan ng travel sa iyo sana? Kailan mo ako bibigyan ng travel incentive sa iyo sana? Tama? So, nagbago ngayon yung purpose ng travel incentive sa akin. It's not for recognition, it's not just mainly for travel, but it was for my wife. 'Di ba? So, alam mo 'yun, from that day on, naging willing na ako mapuyat. Okay? Mas ginalingan ko pa sa skills ko. Mas ginalingan ko pa sa pag-invite, sa presentation ko, mas gigil akong humato. Every time kakausap ako ng tao, mas may conviction. Right? Okay? Clarity of purpose. Right? Read this. I want you to read this. Without conviction, the cause is worth the price, the battle will never be won. Tama? There must be commitment. Okay? Lalabas yung conviction mo pag clear sa'yo kung bakit mo ginagawa yung ginagawa mo. Hinahabol mo yung goal mo, clear sa'yo kung para saan. Kung personal ba yan. Tama? Okay? So alam mo yon, every day, grabe, when we had our eldest kami ni Sarah, 'di ba? Doon talaga nagbago yung hataw ko sa iyo sana. Because every single day, nagigising ako ng madaling araw, talagang alam mo hindi ako makatulog, thinking that I needed to provide for them. Tama na, hindi pwedeng tulad nung dalawa lang kami na medyo chill-chill lang. Right? Okay lang na kami na ganito, hindi masyadong busog or okay lang pag ikaw nagugutom, sabi nga ng mentor natin, pero pag anak mo yung nagugutom, iba na yun. 'Di ba? Clarity of purpose. What's your result that you're going after? And what is the purpose of that result? You have to make it clear. Tama? Yun muna bago humataw. Kasi hindi lalabas hindi ka magsasakripisyo sa isang bagay na hindi ganun kabigat sa'yo. Hindi ganun kaimportante. Tama ba? Okay? Next, RPM. Result. Okay, R stands for result, P stands for purpose. And then M stands for, read it, okay? Massive action. Tama? Okay, take note ha. Take note of the word. Massive action. Okay? So here's the thing, right? A lot of people want to change their life. Diba? Want to get their dreams in USANA, but they're not willing to act on it. Right? Or willing to act, pero konti lang. Diba? Chill-chill lang. Tama? Okay? Guys, what you're trying to get out of USANA is yung pagtatrabahoan mo sa employment ng 30 years, i-compress mo yan ng 3 to 5 years. Tama? So expect mo that you want to exert yung massive action dyan. Okay? Ano yung, kailangan mo ng plan of action. Once you have that result that you're going after, next is the purpose of that result. The next is what's your plan? What's your plan of action? Kasi hindi pwedeng motivated lang, hindi pwedeng excited lang. 'Di ba? Hindi pwedeng ignorance on fire. Kailangan meron kang clear action plan. That is why goal setting and mentorship and coaching is very important. 'Di ba? Okay, so here's the thing, no, ito yung may bibigay ko sa inyo. One, list the things you need to do to achieve those goals. Okay, such as what? Prospecting and inviting, yung mga ganyan. Tama? Attending trainings. Okay? Setting that weekly goal. Di ba? Coaching with your mentor, with your upline. Tama? Taking the products. Di ba? Ano pa? Right? Establishing a stable internet connection. Di ba? Yung iba ayaw mag-invest eh. Di ba? Come on. Right? Sabi ko nga ngayon, pagdating sa prospecting, one of the traits ng quality prospect is may stable na internet connection. Tama? Okay? So, thing is, you have to list the things that you need to do to achieve those goals. Kailangan mong isulat yan. Okay? Next step is list the things you need to give up to achieve those goals. Tama? Meron tayong to-do list, pero equally important yung not to-do list. Okay? Kasi guys, madaming kumakain ng oras mo na ginagawa mo. Diba? Na pwede mo namang hindi gawin. At pwede mong i-redirect yung time and energy and effort na yon to those things that will help you get closer to your goals and your dreams. Okay? The key word there is massive. I do not want you to forget that massive. Always remember, kailangan massive. Okay? Check this out. Massive trainings and exposures. Right? You want extraordinary result? You're gonna have to exert extraordinary effort. Tama? Do not expect to get a big result with so little effort. Right? Okay? So gusto mo ng mabilis na resulta sa'yo sana, regardless kung kakasimula mo o matagal ka na dito sa business. Gusto mo talagang magbago yung result ng business mo. Right? Then do massive action. Massive training, massive exposure, massive FIPER. Ano ba yung FIPER? Diba? Acronym lang yan. Okay? F stands for form, yung pag-form mo. Family Occupation Education, basically yung connecting to your prospect. I stands for inviting. Tama? Kailangan massive yung inviting mo. Hindi pwedeng dati 5 tao ini-invite mo per week. Dapat mas madami ngayon. And massive presentation. Diba? Hindi kaya yaman sa'yo sana na once a week ka lang mag-present, twice a week ka lang dito nagpe-present. Diba? What else? Enrollment. Kailangan massive yung enrollment. Kailangan madaming nag-enroll. Okay? And that will happen pag madami kang nai-invite at nape-presentan. Okay? And lastly, R. Ano yung R? Retail. Okay, guys, this is not something that I really want to do before. Pero I learned that you cannot teach what you don't have. And you want your people to be able to retail yung products din kahit papano so that they can maintain their business sa simula. Diba? So instead na magdrama ka na hindi ka marunong magbenta, learn how to retail the products. Diba? Hindi para sa akin yung sana kasi hindi ako marunong magbenta. At talaga? So give up ka na? Opo, okay, tama ka. Hindi para sa yung sana. Kasi hindi dahil hindi ka marunong magbenta, kung hindi dahil hindi ka willing pag-aralan kung paano magbenta ng product. Diba? Sabi nga sa akin, may nagsabi sa akin before kung wala kang plano at hindi ka willing pag-aralan yan, hindi mo deserve yung pangarap mo. Tama naman. 'Di ba? Kung retail na lang, hindi mo planong pag-aralan, 'di ba? Ayaw mo magsakripisyo, pag-aralan yung inviting. Ayaw mo ma-reject, hindi mo deserve yung pangarap mo. Make sense? Tama? You're not willing na mapuyat, 'di ba? Guys, walang naging successful sa buhay na hindi napuyat. 'Di ba? Mentor, tamad po ako eh. Okay, sige, hindi para sa inyo sana. Talaga, bakit? Kasi even sa employment, pag tamad ka, wala kang kinabukasan. Correct? Diba? So alam mo yun, if you want your dreams to, if you want to achieve your dreams, these are the things na kailangan natin gawin. Okay? Next is massive results requires massive action. Diba? Hindi pwedeng chill-chill lang, hindi pwedeng mediocre action lang. Diba? You do what other people is doing, you will get what other people result is getting. Tama? So, if you're gonna look into the life of the diamonds, diba? They became diamonds not because the season was perfect for them, not because everyone said yes, not because everyone is saying yes to them right now. These diamonds, they're diamonds because they're dealing with a lot of problems while doing their business on a massive scale. They get more rejections than you do on a daily basis. That's how it looks like for them. Tama? That's what I learned. 'Di ba? Yung mga bagay na ayaw nating gawin, ginagawa nila. Yung mga bagay na mahirap para sa atin, mahirap din para sa kanila, pero ginagawa nila, tapos mas madaming beses pa, every single day. That is why they get the result that they're getting. Tama? Okay? So I hope you guys are learning, ha? Alright? Next, okay? After ng RPM mo, sabihin mo, execute, execute, execute. Okay? Kailangan mong execute yan. Hindi pwedeng nandito lang, hindi pwedeng nasa papel lang. 'Di ba? Hindi pwedeng wow, may maganda akong power board, may maganda akong dream board, 'di ba? Kailangan, 'di ba? I'd rather have you do, all right? A drop of application than alam mo 'yun, have a ton of knowledge na nasa ulo mo lang. 'Di ba? Action breeds result. Okay? So what you do is you execute, right? Yung action plan mo na 'yan, yung massive action plan mo, execute mo 'yan, right? Okay? Pero applying it's hard. 'Di ba? Ang hirap eh. You don't understand. I'm so stressed na sa work. I'm so pressured. Puyat ako, may bago kaming baby, apply, may problema pa ako sa bahay, hindi kami nagkakaintindihan ng mother ko, ng father ko. 'Di ba? The same wind blows on us all. Tama? It's not about having the perfect situation or perfect upline or perfect downline. It's you being the captain of your ship, okay, setting the sail. 'Di ba? Sabi nga sa pinapakinggan kong audiobooks, 'di ba? There are people that may have more advantage than you, 'di ba? That may have more resources than you. So what? Walang kinalaman 'yon sa kailangan mong gawin para maging successful ka. If you need to work harder than them, then work harder than them. That's what needs to be done. Yun yung kailangan para maging successful tayo. Tama? Kahit hard, 'di ba? Sabi diyan, dapat lang. 'Di ba guys, pangarap yung kinukuha natin sa iyo sana. Hindi 30,000, hindi 50,000 na income ang pinagtatrabaho natin dito. At hindi lang 100,000 per month ang hinahabol natin dito, pinagtatrabaho natin dito. So if you find it challenging, you find it hard, 'di ba? Normal 'yun. 'Di ba? Kasi even your work that pays you 20, 30, 40,000 pesos per month, at first, mahirap talaga yan. Okay? Kung madali na lang yan sa'yo, it's just because you were consistent nung una na kahit nahirapan ka, day in and day out, umulan, umaraw, bumagyo, may problema sa bahay, wala, pumapasok ka, tinatrabaho mo yan, minimit mo yung deadlines, pinag-aaralan mo, right? And yung stress niyan, nasanay ka na lang. Okay? So, most people, guys, right? Most people merely wish, but few are willing to work hard. Okay? Success, right, is not for the lazy. All right? The result that you want in your life requires hard work. Okay? The reason why most people are not successful, or most people does not have the life that they want, it's because they're not willing to work hard enough for that. 'Di ba? So, guys, all right, Yusan is an opportunity, right? This is a vehicle that you're going to drive. Okay? Pero you're still gonna need to put in the hours. You're still gonna need to put in the work. Okay? Ang maganda dyan, you have to be clear na kung ano yung makukuha mo dito sa business natin. Okay? So I hope you learned a lot today. Thank you. All right? And to God be all the glory. Okay? God bless.